Good evening. If you could please stand for our processional. You may be seated. Good evening and welcome. Today is a historic day for the Loyola School as we celebrate our very first fourth grade graduation. This moment is especially meaningful because it represents the fulfillment of a vision that began long before these students entered our classrooms. When Father Waters founded the Loyola School and opened our doors in 2017, he envisioned a school that would both begin and complete the Jesuit educational ecosystem in Baltimore. A school that would provide a transformational, full scholarship education for children beginning as young as 2-year-olds and support them as they grew academically, spiritually, and personally. Year after year, that vision has become a reality. Today, we celebrate the first class to complete their elementary school years at the Loyola School and take the next step in their educational journey. We are here because of the founders who believed in Father Waters' vision, the donors who make a tuition-free education possible, and the trustees who continue to share their time, talent, and treasure to sustain this mission. We are here because of an extraordinary faculty and staff who live out the Jesuit ideals of cura personalis and magis, caring for each child and inspiring them to become the very best versions of themselves. Before I recognize our graduates, I want to thank our parents and families. You entrusted us with your children and partnered with us throughout their educational journey. This milestone belongs to you. Thank you for your trust, support, and partnership. There are several individuals I would like to recognize today because they have been part of the Loyola School story from the very beginning. First, Father Waters, whose vision and determination brought this school to life. Next, Ms. Erica Meadows, who has faithfully led our preschool program since we opened our doors in 2017. And three of our very first staff, Ms. Danielle Dawkins-Brown, Ms. Melissa Jones, and Ms. Imani Sims. Would you please stand? Thank you for your years of commitment and dedication and service to the Loyola School. All right, students, it's your time. This is your day. You have worked hard for this moment. You have grown as students, leaders, and friends. You have explored your community, cared for the environment, and served as role models for the younger students who have looked up to you. We're incredibly proud of you. Proud of the young men and women you have become. Even more, we're proud of the compassion, character, and sense of service you have shown. We know you will continue to live the Jesuit ideal of being men and women for others. As you begin your next adventure in middle school, remember that the Loyola School will always be your home. We look forward to welcoming you back often and hearing about all your accomplishments. Congratulations, class of 2026. We are so proud of you and excited to celebrate this special milestone together. At this time, we have a slight program change. Unfortunately, Father Waters is unable to be with us in person today, but I know he is watching us from his residence, and I know his spirit is with us. In his absence, I would like to invite Father Frayne forward to offer our opening prayer.
I'm going to invite everybody to stand and join with me. This is the day, this is the day that the Lord has made. This I will be glad, I will rejoice and be glad in it, and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day, this is the day that the Lord has made. I can't hear you. This is the day, this is the day that the Lord has made, that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it, and be glad in it. What day? This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day. What day? This is the day that the Lord has made. I want to keep everybody standing, but I would like you to turn around, and I want you to look in that camera that's up on the choir loft. Does everybody see that one camera? I want you to wave to Father Waters and to say, "We love you, Father." Please be seated. I welcome all here to St. Ignatius Church, the Jesuit Church of Baltimore, and I stand here as a poor substitute for someone who deserves a lot of praise, who stayed up late at night and spent many weekends and knocked on many doors, asking people to join him in a dream that he had. A dream that was only a seed. You know how big a seed is, don't you? very small. You planted seeds and you hope, I hope it grows, right? It was a seed called the Loyola School, and it was only a dream, and it was built around this church. And it was built with three things: faith, hope, and charity. Much love. You know, so I want to, first of all, thank all of those people here who were here from the very start, who really worked to build this school. I want to especially thank one person who hasn't been mentioned yet, but has really spent a lot of time working to help build this school, and that's the Chair of the Board of Trustees, Mr. Joe Lombard, and I ask him to please stand up. Without this man, this school wouldn't be around. And I want to thank you for your time, your blood, all the sweat and the tears and all of the joy and the loss of sleep that it has taken of you, Joe. This school is a scholarship school. It is not an ordinary school. Do you know that? You know that, don't you? So there was a lot of pressure on you, don't you think? You were the first class that walked in here, and you and your parents took a big chance, didn't you? You took a big chance coming to a school where there were no students ahead of you. And you said, we're going to be the pioneers of this school. You are the leaders of this school. You are the first graduating class of this school. You're, yeah. Not knowing where's our room next year? Where is our room going to be next year? Is it going to be in the chapel? Is it going to be upstairs here? Is it going to be in the Ignatian Hall? Is it going to be, when is our school going to be completed? You were the pioneers who led the younger grades over to that new beautiful school that you now have. And your names will be written down in history because you did something amazing. You helped to open the Loyola School. This school is a Jesuit school. There are different Jesuit schools in our city. There is Loyola University. There is Loyola Blakefield. There is Cristo Rey. There is St. Ignatius Loyola Academy. And now there is the Loyola School. A Jesuit school is not just a school. It is a school that practices the highest expectations of its students. And those who cannot rise up to those standards can't be part of this school because this school demands excellence and every bit of effort on your behalf. It's called Magis. It's called giving everything you've got to this work. And this is really important because you have had to give all of yourself to this school. And now you're going to have a few tears, I bet. Maybe. You're going to be, the people you're sitting next to, you may not be going to school with them next year. Some of you may be going to different schools, but you will always take the Loyola School with you. Schools have many missions. They've got diversity, they've got community, they've got exploration, they have learning. But this school has two other missions. Excellence in all that it does, to make the best environment for you to learn and for you to move up and shoot for the stars. And that excellence can't just stop here, boys and girls. It's got to go with you throughout your life. So I want you to remember this one word in Latin. It's called magis. Can you say that? Magis, right. And magis it means excellence. It doesn't mean just striving a little bit. It means striving for excellence. We don't just strive a little bit. Excellence means you will go on to 5th grade, you will go on to high school, you will go on to college, you will go to get your doctorates, you will change the world. In this one little group are the future leaders of the United States of America. And finally, I just want to remind you, this school is not only about excellence, but it's also about Jesus, right? It's about Jesus, being Jesus, acting like Jesus, loving Jesus, trusting Jesus, who is always with you. Jesus has your back. Jesus loves you, and nothing can separate you from Jesus, who will be with you, who will love you, and will be every step of the way, even when it's really hard, even when, you might get mad at your teachers, you might get mad at your parents, you might get mad at all the people around you, but you'll know, I've got Jesus. I've got Jesus, and that's good, right? So my children, I wish you the best. I want you to do great things for God. Do great things for God. Don't just do it for yourselves. Do it for others, and do it for the Lord who loves you with a deep, deep love. And I wish you all the joy and the love. And you better come back and say hello to all of us, okay? Congratulations, 4th graders.
Good evening. Hi. I wrote a letter to my students. I had them in 2nd grade. They were my first class here at the Loyola School when I started here. And Miss Greta knew that I wanted to teach 4th grade. I feel like it took us some time to build a rapport together in 2nd grade. And by the time that we built our community, it was time for them to leave me. And I felt like I had so much more to teach them. So I decided to go to 4th grade and just do a full circle with them. And so I wrote a letter to them, and it's my last words to them as their 4th grade teacher. And as I say your name, if you could stand, because I want to speak directly to you. So, here we are. 4th grade has come to an end. While one chapter closes, another beautiful chapter is just beginning. Middle school is waiting for each of you. And although the journey ahead may seem exciting, scary, or even a little uncertain, I want you to remember all the things that we talked about this year. Remember that failure is not an option. Mistakes will happen, challenges will come, and some days will feel harder than the others, but you have to keep going. Success comes from effort, perseverance, and believing in yourself, even when things get tough. You have to do the work in order to succeed. Never stop trying, never stop learning, and never stop believing in the greatness inside of you. De jour. It took you some time to warm up to me, but once you did, your spark began to shine bright. Keep pushing yourself, keep working hard. Your love for music and your talent are gifts that will take you far if you continue to nurture them. Congratulations. Alani, my little caterpillar, who blossomed into a beautiful butterfly. Watching your confidence grow since 2nd grade has been such a joy. I am truly going to miss my teacher's helper. Never lose your shine, and always hold your head up high. Congratulations. Brenton, my dancing machine. I absolutely adore your personality. You are never afraid to stand out in a crowd, and I love that about you. Your ambition, your drive, and your love for learning will continue to take you places. I will definitely miss your stories. Congratulations. Antonia, your quiet spirit and your quirky personality will truly be missed. Always remember that you can do anything you put your mind to. Don't be afraid to speak up because your voice matters. Congratulations. My margarita pizza. You are truly one of a kind. You have such a beautiful heart and a natural ability to step up and lead when needed. Remember this, your feelings matter, but how you react is what people will remember most. Go show the world exactly who you are. Thank you for giving me the title Auntie. I do not take that lightly, and I am honored to be a part of your village. Congratulations. Corey, you have challenged me in ways I didn't know I needed to be challenged. You kept me on my P's and Q's every single day. But always remember, to whom much is given, much is required. Anything you want out of life, you must work for it. Keep pushing because the best is still yet to come. Congratulations. My Aubrey, you are going to surprise the world one day. Watching you grow since second grade has been incredible, and you continue to impress me daily. You are a leader, a loyal friend, and such a hard worker. Keep up the amazing work. And I hope to see you dominating on the basketball court someday because you are truly a baller. Azaria. Oh, Azaria. You see this gray hair? Just know a few strands definitely have your name on them. You are full of energy, spunk, persistence, and heart. And those are the things that I love about you the most. Never dim your light so others can shine. Keep that fire burning and use it to excel in everything that you do. Congratulations. True Blue, my future artist, you have been such a wonderful student. I admire you always, that you always try your best and never back down from a challenge. Your quiet confidence is something special. One of my favorite things to hear you say, "Oh, Miss Nyarko, I don't know nothing about that." And I love that you never feel pressured to pretend. You are confident in who you are, and that is rare. Keep shining, keep drawing, and keep that infectious laugh. I will truly miss you. Congratulations. Abigail, you are simply the best. My dancer, my reader, my fashionista. I love your confidence, your creativity, and the fact that you never seek approval from others to be yourself. You are going to do amazing things in middle school. I cannot wait to see you flourish. Congratulations. Isaiah, woo girl. We have come such a long way together. You were determined to give me sass, but quickly realized you met the queen of sass. I love your spark and your love for learning. I hope you carry all of our talks with you into middle school. Stand tall, continue to shine, keep dancing, and keep singing, because baby, you're a firework. Congratulations. And last, but certainly never least, my Penny, my sidekick. You have made my teaching experience at the Loyola School so meaningful. You truly shine bright like a diamond. I see such of my own daughter in you. Your selflessness, the way you care deeply for others is beautiful, even if everyone doesn't always appreciate it. But like I always tell you, Penny, you are a rare jewel, and you must never stop shining for anyone else. Go and continue to be the incredible Penny I have grown to love so much. Thank you for always checking on me, for inspiring me, and for simply being you. I know without a doubt you will make a name for yourself one day. To all of my students, thank you for allowing me to be a part of your story. Each of you has left a fingerprint on my heart that will never fade. I pray that you walk into middle school confidently,
courageously and proudly. Keep dreaming big, keep being kind, and never forget how special you are. And finally, to the families of these amazing fourth graders, thank you. Thank you for trusting me to love, teach, guide, and care for your children. It has truly been an unforgettable journey. And as I take my seat, I leave you with this quote: life's a climb, but the view is great. Mic drop. Ms. Nyarko, your fourth grade teacher.
I'm going to add to the welcomes, welcome parents, family members, teachers, and mostly our amazing graduates. Today is a day to celebrate the Loyola School's very first graduating class and each of you as individuals. You've worked hard to reach this milestone. You are no longer the little ones who walk through our doors. You were always the oldest. No one else can claim that. But you grew to be true leaders of our school. When you started here, you were learning all the basics, but now you read complex books and you solve tough math problems. And most importantly, you show great kindness. You survived coming to school in masks and third grade in a hallway. You didn't just learn facts, you learned big ideas. You learned resilience. You learned how to be good friends, collaboration, how to share, and how to never give up. Think of your time here as packing a backpack for the long hike. In elementary school, we gave you the important tools for your backpack. You packed reading and writing and math, but you also packed important life skills like courage and kindness and curiosity. Middle school is your next big step. It may feel a bit strange at first. Some things might feel harder, but don't worry. Whenever you face a difficult problem, simply open up that backpack you've been packing all along. You packed courage and kindness and curiosity. You have everything you need. Fourth graders, I know you know this, but you didn't make this journey alone. Let's take a quick moment to say thank you. Will you turn around and wave to your parents and your grandparents and your family members? They cheered for you. They helped you with your homework. They drove you to school every day. Now, turn around and look at your teachers. They believed in you. They're mostly over here, but there's a few over there. Look all around there. They believed in you even on your most challenging days. They pushed you to be your best selves. Blow them a few kisses right now. Go ahead, blow them a few kisses. One of my favorite things that I've ever done with you all is to read to you. Do you remember? Yeah. I'm hoping that you guys are all right and will let me be the last teacher at the Loyola School to read to you today. Okay. So I'm going to read not all because it would take too long and people are starting to get fidgety maybe. But I'm going to read part of the last chapter of The House at Pooh Corner, which is about Christopher Robin and Winnie the Pooh and all those other ones, Eeyore, all those guys. So it's the last part of the book. The title of this chapter is Christopher Robin and Pooh Come to an Enchanted Place, and we leave them there. Christopher Robin was going away. Nobody knew why he was going. Nobody knew where he was going. Indeed, nobody even knew why he knew Christopher Robin was going away. But somehow or other, everybody in the forest felt that it was happening. Even smallest of all, a friend and relation of Rabbit's who thought he had once seen Christopher Robin's foot, but couldn't be sure because perhaps it was something else. Even S of A told himself that things were going to be different. And late and early, two other friends and relations said, well early and well late to each other in such a hopeless sort of way that it didn't really seem any good waiting for the answer. One day when he felt that he couldn't wait any longer, Rabbit brained out a notice, and this is what it said. Notice a meeting of everybody will meet in the house at Pooh Corner to pass a resolution by order, keep to the left, signed Rabbit. And so they gathered. Hello, everybody, said Christopher Robin. Hello, Pooh. They all said hello, and it felt awkward and unhappy suddenly, because it was sort of a goodbye they were saying, and they didn't want to think about it. So they stood around and waited for somebody else to speak, and they nudged each other, and they said, go on. And gradually, Eeyore was nudged to the front, and the others crowded behind him. What is it, Eeyore? asked Christopher Robin. Eeyore swished his tail from side to side so as to encourage himself, and began. Christopher Robin, he said, we've come to give you, well, it's called, well, it's written by, but, well, because we've heard, I mean, we all know, well, you see, it's we, well, you, well, that, to put it as shortly as possible, is what it is. He turned around angrily on the others and said, everybody crowds me so much in this forest. There is no space. I never saw a more spreading lot of animals in my life, and all in the wrong places. Can't you see that Christopher Robin wants to be alone? I'm going. And he humped off. Not quite knowing why, the others began edging away, and when Christopher Robin had finished reading, he looked up to say thank you, but only Pooh was left. Come on, Pooh, he said, and they walked off quickly. Where are we going? Said Pooh, hurrying after him and wondering whether it was to be an explorer or what shall I do about you-know-what. Then suddenly, again, Christopher Robin, who was looking around at the world with his chin in his hands, called out, Pooh? Yes, said Pooh. Pooh? Yes, Christopher Robin? I'm not going to do nothing anymore. Never again? Well, not so much. They don't let you. Pooh waited for him to go on, but he was silent again. Yes, Christopher Robin? Pooh said helpfully. Pooh, when I'm not doing nothing with you, will you come up here sometimes? Just me? Yes, Pooh. Will you be here too? Yes, Pooh, I will be, really. I promise I will be, Pooh. That's good, said Pooh. Pooh, promise you won't forget about me, ever. Not even when I'm 100. Pooh thought for a little. Well, how old shall I be? 99. Pooh nodded. I promise, he said. And so they went off together. But wherever they go, and whatever happens to them on the way, in that enchanted place at the top of the forest, a little boy and his bear will always be playing. Thank you.
All right, we will now present the diplomas. Margaret Omoze Ihinose Amomo. Aubrey J. Anderson. Abigail Amina Carter. Dijur Kagda. Antonia Timothea Collins. True Michael Justice Foster. Azaria Lyric Jackson. Isaiah Kelly Rogers. Corey Michael Rory Jr. Alani Jade Ruffin. Brenton Patton Sanders. Penelope Amanda Smith. Our class of 2026, please come up and take pictures. I have the honor of introducing our next speaker, Cameron Newsom. Cam is a trustee of the Loyola School, but he's also a graduate of St. Ignatius Loyola Academy. So I'd like to call Cam up for his closing remarks.
I don't know if y'all saw that. That was almost bad. Good evening. To the faculty, the families, the friends gathered here today, thank you for having me. Before I tell you who I am, before I say anything else, I just want to say one thing. I've been holding on to 3 words for a while now, kind of turning them over in my head. They're simple, so simple that they're almost too small to matter. But stay with me because they have a bigger meaning than they may sound like. Let me tell you where they came from. People that grow up in the city know that kids here don't always get looked at the right way. Sometimes people look at young people from Baltimore, especially young black kids, and they expect the worst before they even know the story. If you turn on social media or the news, it's very easy to find a negative story to tell. And if you've been paying attention in this country over the last months and weeks, you know that there are children whose names we only learned because of something that was taken from them, either their life or their freedom. Children who never got the chance that these children are getting here now. And I got tired of it. I got tired of the world looking at our children the wrong way. So when I think about you, about what you've done, about who you are, about this day right here, 3 words come up to me. And they're the words I wish the whole world said about every one of our kids every single day for the right reasons. Look at you. The more I sat with those words, the more I realized that they mean 3 different things. And so if you stay with me, I'll give you a meaning for all 3 of them. So I'll get going, but let me tell you a little bit about myself. I do sit on the board here, which is a fancy way of saying I get to work with Mr. James to make the school better. For my job, I'm a consultant. So when colleges and big corporations need help, they call me and they ask me to tell them what to do. So I'm used to standing in front of important people and talking, but I can tell you, I'm not sure I can think of a group of people more important than you, and anywhere else that I'd rather be than celebrating you today. I'm also a graduate of St. Ignatius Loyola Academy. The young men in the group, you'll be walking the same path that I did, that led me to this very podium, giving my valedictorian speech 25 years ago exactly. So I'm no stranger up here. I grew up on the west side of the city in Sandtown, in a neighborhood like many of you have. So I'm just you, a little further down the road. My wife Sharika, my kids, Makai, Kenan, and Cairo are here. But the young kids in my family, and you are family, they call me Uncle Cam. So if you'll just give me a few minutes, listen to Uncle Cam, I'll give you this message and I'll be out of your way. Look at you, because I'm in awe. The first way I mean it is the simplest. I look at you and I'm amazed. You're the first graduating class of the Loyola School, the very first. There was no class ahead of you to show you how it's done. Nobody to copy. 100 years from now, when they look at all the thousands of graduates that this school has produced, your names will be at the very top. And there's something you should know. You did this with a little bit of an advantage I never had. You started in a place like this early. So excellence is the only thing you've ever known. Some of you are going to grow up smarter than me. Some of you are going to be more successful than me. You'll be taller than me, but hopefully you won't get wider than me because Uncle Cam's buttons don't button. I had a teacher once who saw potential in me before I ever saw it in myself. Her name was Miss Burgess, and she was my 4th grade teacher at Matthew Henson Elementary School. On the first day of class, she promised us that she would make us the smartest 4th graders in the world. And every morning, walking through the door, she made us say something, and I want you all to say it with me. Is that okay? School is a place of business, and my business is to learn. One more time. School is a place of business, and my business is to learn. Great. You've had teachers who have told you similar things. They've given you lessons, and I don't want you to leave those lessons in the building. I want you to take them with you, carry them out the door, and the next time something gets hard, the next time you want to quit, you let those lessons that they taught you push you forward. That's the first look at you, awe. I look at you and I see what's possible. Now the second one is way bigger, and I need you to hear it So when I look at you, I think about how the world's going to look at you. Right now, there's a room full of people here that love you, but you're not going to stay in this room. You have to go out into the world. And that world is going to turn and look at you. People you haven't met are going to look at you to lead, to learn things that are hard, to fix problems that they couldn't fix, to walk into rooms that nobody from your neighborhood has ever walked in, and belong there. And you do belong there. Hear me on this. You belong in every room your hard work and your excellence carries you into. You will earn every opportunity you ever take, and don't ever let anybody tell you different. Now, not with their words, not with their looks, not with the little questions that hide behind their eyes, you didn't get here because somebody felt sorry for you. You didn't get a handout. Someone paid for your scholarship, but you paid with excellence. You got here, first class, first graduates, because you did the work. The seat is yours, you paid for it, and don't you ever forget it. But I'm going to be honest with you because you're old enough to hear it and you're old enough to understand it. Not everybody who looks at you is going to start rooting for you. Some people are going to look at young kids from Baltimore and decide they know everything about your story before you open your mouth. They'll have low expectations, and you'll feel it in the room. Here's what I want you to do with that. Nothing. Don't argue with it. Don't shrink under it. Don't waste your energy trying to convince anybody of anything. Just be good. Be so good they can't make sense of it. Be so prepared, so sharp, so excellent that the expectations they walked in with just fall right apart in front of them. Make them uncomfortable. The good kind of uncomfortable, the kind that somebody has to make somebody go home and rethink everything they thought. You are not here to make people comfortable. You are here to make people pay attention for all the right reasons. You're stepping into a line that runs back centuries. The Jesuit tradition that built this school for hundreds of years has produced doctors, lawyers, business leaders, people that have changed the world. You just joined that line. The world's been looking to that line for a long time, and now it's going to be looking to you. And if the bar ever feels too high, I want you to remember whose shoes you're walking in. Way before you were born and before I was born, back in 1963 in Birmingham, there were children who helped change this country and make it more fair for everyone. These were kids, some of them younger than you. It was called the Children's Crusade, and those children helped change the laws of this nation. So don't let anybody in this room or any other room look at you and see just a kid. I want you to enjoy being a kid, but know that you come from a legacy of children who moved this country. The bar is high because you're born for it. So understand that you can't turn back now. The decision's been made. Your path is chosen. There's no version of your story that includes you quitting. The only direction for you is moving forward. So that's the second look at you. The world's coming to look at you, so get ready to be looked at. And here's the third one, the one I want you to hold on to the longest. The world will look at you someday, but we're looking at you right now. Your parents and family, they are, and I need to talk to them for just a second. Parents, family members, you made a choice, a deliberate, intentional choice. You fought for that seat. You brought your kids to us and you trusted us with them. And you may not even know yet how big of a thing you started. My own father dropped me off just outside here at St. Ignatius back in 19-something. But he just knew that it was a good school. He didn't know all of what it would be. He couldn't imagine that I would leave St. Ignatius and go to boarding school, or that I would go to Georgetown University. About halfway through my 6th grade year, he had no idea I would be in Cuba meeting Fidel Castro. So you've planted a seed, and when that tree is fully grown, you can't imagine what it's going to become. To the kids, I know you don't know much about Georgetown University, but trust me, it's way cooler than the college Mr. James went to. Sorry, James, I can't lie in church. Your parents, your family members are watching you, your teachers are watching you, Mr. James is watching you, I'm watching you. You have so many people watching and rooting for you. And I want to be honest about what that means, because it cuts two ways. It means we are proud. It means you're not walking into the world without backup. When the road gets dark, and sometimes it will get dark, you are seen, you are known, you will not be forgotten. But it also means that we're counting on you. Not everybody gets what you got. Most kids in the city will never sit in a seat like yours. So the way you honor that is by taking care of business. Be intentional and don't waste a single opportunity that you're given. We're watching to catch you when you fall and to see what you do with all this. So don't let it slip. On the days when you think no one's paying attention, somebody's always watching. And I'm a man of faith, so I'll add two more eyes. God is watching over you. It doesn't mean that everything's going to be easy, but it does mean that everything you're going through, you won't have to go through it alone. So that's the third look at you. So that's all three. 25 years ago, when I walked out of St. Ignatius, not knowing what was ahead of me, nervous, uncertain, I went anyway, and I'm standing here today. One day, sooner than you think, you'll be the one standing somewhere like this, looking out at a room full of young faces, and you're going to say to them the same three words somebody's saying to you. Look at you. First class, first graduates, first ones out the door. Now be the first in everything that comes next. Be the first to raise your hand, be the first to finish, be the first to go back and bring somebody with you. But before you walk out, I just need to hear this one thing from you. So don't be shy, I need you to be loud. Can you stand up for me, please? As loud as you can, I want you to repeat after me. Look at me. Look at me. Look what I did. Look what I did. I belong here. And I'm just getting started. The world is about to look at you, okay? Loyola School Class of 2026. Go give it something to see.
At this time, we're going to let the newest first class of graduates for the Loyola School process out. And we're asking that all families stay seated for a minute or two, and then we're going to all go over to Waters Hall in the elementary school. All right, so we're going to let the fifth graders process.